And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you the head basketball coach at the University of Missouri, Coach Frank Haith. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm already impressed. Let's go play a game. It's truly an honor and to be here with you today. I feel like I'm the luckiest man in the world. I've felt the passion already, and that's why I'm here. Before I get started, I want to do a couple thank yous. I'd like to thank Dr. Deaton, who I spoke with Sunday in Houston as I was visiting with Mike about this position. We share the same values. We have the same vision, as does Mike. And that is why I'm so excited about this opportunity. I'd like to take a time to introduce my family, because this is a little bit about who Frank Haith is. My wife, Pam, who I've been married to for 20 years, and we've probably been together for 25 years, I think. Is that right? I want to make sure. 27. I knew I was going to be wrong, so I'm already on the bet. I thought I was going to do a great job today. I really was praying about this. 27 years. She's my rock, and she's a big part of who I am, and she's my best friend. My son, Corey. Thank you. My son, Corey, who's going to be he's a junior now. He's going to be a senior next year. Tough for him because he's going into senior year, and he's a basketball player, and we got to work through that. But he's also assistant coach. I'll tell you a story. I think it was like my third or fourth year at University of Miami. We were playing in the Virgin Islands. We were playing Connecticut. Jim Calhoun cut down the nets last night, over 500 wins. They were ranked number 1 in the country, and I think we were ranked at that point in time too, maybe 23 or 24. And I'm watching some film, and he's in the other room. He walks in. He said, "Dad, I know what it's going to come down to tomorrow." He said, "I feel it." I said, "What?" "It's going to come down to coaching." So he is a true fan. My daughter, Brianna, she runs everything. She's a dancer, but she's also, she makes me smile every day. And she's very special. So I tell you these things because that's a big part of who I am, and it's a big part of how my program is going to be. I'm about family. And as I met with these young men this morning, I talked about family. I talked about my commitment to them. I talked about who I am in terms of I'm a relationship guy. That's why yesterday for me in Miami was one of the toughest days. Actually, I think it was the toughest day I've had professionally in my career, because I had to tell those young men in Miami that I was no longer going to be their coach. I went from that level, or that where I was yesterday, to where I am today, and sitting in front of those young men this morning at 7:15 and tell them how happy I am to be their coach. So I know what they felt when Mike told them he was leaving to go to Arkansas. And I told them that I was not going to be Mike Anderson. I'm going to be Frank Haith. But if you allow me to be a part of your life, I'm a pretty good guy. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to do it with integrity. We share the same passion. Mike told me, he said, they're going to love you. And so you lied to me, Mike. Some people don't love me just yet. I already know that. But Mike did that to get me, but I'm okay with that. We're going to make it work because, I don't look at the negativity that I'm hearing so far as a negative. I look at it as a positive because that's why I'm here. That's what I want. I want that passion because I want to win. I want to cut down nets. So I am not taking it the way that you may think I should take it. I take it as a positive. I'm excited about doing that here. I'm excited about what we have in order for us to get that done here. Now, some things were talked about earlier about my academic philosophy. During my years at Miami, we graduated 21 out of 22 seniors. Thank you. We had 10 players on the all-academic ACC. We're all academic. That was only second to Duke in the Atlantic Coast Conference during my tenure there. So my commitment to academics is first and foremost. I told those group of guys, Mike, I have Mike and Mike, and Whit and Gary, when we met this past weekend, that my first statement when I go into players' home is that you don't go to school to play basketball. You go to school and play basketball. And it's important they understand that. So first and foremost, I'm here to mold our young people to be great citizens, to be great men. And when their time is up, I taught them more than how to dribble basketball. I taught them life skills. Now, let's talk about a couple other things, basketball-wise. Style of play, how we're going to play. I'm hopeful that maybe I'll get all these questions and you guys won't have anything to ask me at the end of the day. Oh, he's got something. I know. I see it right here. We're going to play a winning style. You know, Rick Barnes, who I work for and is probably my best friend in the business. The one thing he taught me is how to adapt, how to adjust based on your personnel. We've been able to do different things at Miami. When I first got to Miami, our big people could not score, so we were more physical, which I'm comfortable with. I like physicality. I like playing that style, but our big people couldn't score, so we're really a guard-oriented team. But here's my philosophy from a basketball standpoint. I want player movement. I want ball movement. I want great spacing. I want sharing the basketball. I like playing inside out. And I like getting easy buckets in transition. My philosophy defensively. I don't like giving up layups. I want us to be solid defensively. I want us to give up only contested jump shots. We, during our time at Miami, we've played some zone. We've played some man. We played some three-quarter press. I think the ability to change defenses has been a strength of ours and something that we like to do, and we will continue to do here. Recruiting, which is a big part of that. I think the recruiting is the bloodline of any program. And I was talking to some folks in St. Louis last night, and I will tell you that we have to do the job in this state. We have to. From Kansas City to St. Louis to all over this state, we've got to do a great job. But I do think Missouri is a caliber of university that can recruit nationally. And we will continue to do that. But our foundation must start here in the great state of Missouri. We have 3 scholarships right now, so we've got to hit the ground running. Thursday starts our recruiting period, contact period. We have 3 scholarships, and then we have 6 next year. So we have to get it going right away, and we will. I do have an opportunity to watch these guys work out today. I'm excited about that. I have been watching tape. I will tell you that we have a really good basketball team. And I want to say this, too. Mike Anderson did a hell of a job here. What he did here for 5 years, he has taken his program to be very competitive nationally. And he has recruited very well. I was so impressed in meeting these young men this morning. We have great, great people, along with being really, really, really good players. And that excites me. We will win here. We will win big. And that was expressed in the meeting that these guys with these guys this morning that they want to win, and they want to win big. We talked about how that happens, the commitment that they have to make, and I think they understand that. I asked Mike this morning in the meeting, I said, well, ask the team, you know, in order to get where you want to be, you got to know where you're at. And they understood that. They understood they got to continue to work hard to get where they want to be. They can't be complacent with where they're at. Because once you become complacent, and this is for life skills, this is for me as a coach, once you become complacent, where you're at, you're going to retard your development. And we're not into doing that. We're into improving and being the best we can be. I hope that when their time is up here at the University of Missouri, they've tapped out. They've maxed out on and off the court. And that's my job to their families. I stand here today with my head held high, very proudful of what we accomplished at the University of Miami. Would I have liked to have done more? Absolutely. But I understand what my situation was, coming into a place where we were creating our tradition, to a place like Missouri that has tradition, to a place like Missouri that has a rapid fan base, a place like Missouri that has a tremendous home court advantage, a place like Missouri that has the commitment from leadership from up top. We can win big here. And I believe that, and we will show.
Can you kind of touch on what it means as a man and as a basketball coach to have athletic director Mike Alden and his search committee put the faith into you to carry on the legacy of this program and take it to the new heights? So kind of just touch on what it means to have people like that stick their neck out there for you and how you want to, you know, prove them right.
Well, faith in Haith. I like that. We had a group of folks at Miami used to have the Haith Faithfuls shirts, and there's no question. Mike Alden belief in me means so much to me, and I'm a Mike Alden guy. I'm his guy, and he's my guy. Our conversations, there's no question we share the same values, the same vision, the same focus, the same passion. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be at a place where there's leadership, there's consistent leadership here. And there's no doubt in my mind I'm going to work as hard as I can to not prove people wrong, but to do what is in me. That's who I am. I was born in New York. I grew up in North Carolina. I was one of 10 children. I went to a small school, NAIA school, Elon College. I was telling someone earlier, I went from being a fighting Christian, that was our nickname, a fighting Christian, to a demon deacon. They don't work together. But I paid my way to school. I've earned what I've gotten. I believe in hard work. I'm driven to be the best I can be. I'm an extremely tough competitor. There's no question that that's not trying to prove people wrong in me. That's not me. I'm about doing who I am. Mike played as a certain style, and there's several ways to skin a cat, obviously, and I think we will play up tempo. But when I say up tempo, our up tempo is I want easy buckets, I want turnovers, I want we got to get stops. So you can only play up tempo, I think, if you get stops. Although you can get some easy buckets, and I think this team last year, watching them when people would score, they did a great job of getting that ball out and advancing it up the court and attacking. But if you get consistent stops, you're going to be able to run more. And I think that's what we got to do first and foremost is we got to get stops. We got to get consecutive stops. We got to play better defense, and we got to play defense. And that's important for me to establish first a defensive mindset and our ability to run. And that's kind of like the carrot. If we get stops, we can run. Bill's done a great job at Kansas. And I know it's our rivalry. I'm excited about that opportunity, as well as some other teams in this league, all the other teams. But I understand the importance of that one. There's no doubt about it. And we welcome that opportunity. We're going to be excited about it. But we've had some successes. And I do believe we will continue to have success because we have a great sale here, guys. We have a tremendous sale. And I'm excited about the full package we have here. We have a total package.
Okay. Good.
We're good?
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Haith.
Thank you.